Hi, thanks so much for taking the time to watch this video today. If you haven't seen my new music video for my song Chains, I'd suggest going back to watch that first because this will make a lot more sense if you've seen it. I wanted to take a little bit of time to tell you why I wrote it. I think that one of the most interesting parts about interacting with other songwriters is being able to listen to their music and hear where their stories come from, and I'd like to be able to share that part of my musical self with more people. It's kind of scary because anybody can go back and look at it at any time and listen to it, and it's very raw, but I think that I've learned that the point of vulnerability is the best place to be, actually. And when you share yourself and you share your experiences, you actually feel less alone. So I'm excited to talk about why my songs were born and where they came from, and I hope that you find some connection in that connection with me, and I hope to connect with you. One of my closest friends and I were talking about relationships and marriage, and this was probably a couple of years ago, and she said, when you've been together for a long time, you've been through so much. You've been through so many difficult things because, you know, relationships are bound to have ups and downs, and once you've been through so many things together, how could you ever give up on that? How could you ever give up on the thing that you built? No matter how difficult it's been at times, how could you toss that aside? And it really stuck with me, and I knew I wanted to write a song about that at some point. Writing songs based on things people say is a pretty common occurrence for me, and I kind of put that in my back pocket and thought about it for a while. And randomly, a while later, probably about a year and a half ago, I was trying to untangle two necklaces in my jewelry box, and I know many people have had the experience of getting two necklaces caught together and trying to separate them, and it's so frustrating. And it makes you cry, and it makes you angry, and I think we can all relate to that. And I started to set that aside and kind of think, try to stop getting frustrated. And then my friend's words popped into my head. When something is valuable, when something is tangled, why would you give up on it? And I really thought, we don't throw away heirloom jewelry just because it gets a little twisted. And I hope to treat every one of my relationships, whether they're romantic or friendships or what have you. I hope that I can always work through the struggles, and even if I can't, that I can find renewed strength in recognizing struggles, recognizing our twists and tangles, and basically realizing that if you can address it, it makes you stronger. If you can stick around and if you can exist with a person despite difficulties, you ultimately become stronger together. I don't think we ever in life have a relationship that doesn't have ups and downs. I think it's really important to stick things out and believe in people and believe in yourself. And my parents have been together almost 50 years, and they love each other so much, and my dad has Parkinson's disease, and they still spend every day together. My mom helps take care of my dad. My dad loves her and appreciates her for it, and that can be such a difficult thing, but they've found new elements in their relationship because of it, and I admire them so much for it. I hope to be that kind of a person throughout my life. And I wrote Chains in partial tribute to them. I wrote it as a hope for myself and a philosophy and a belief, and I wrote it because I believed in the idea. And these things are painful to write sometimes. It's never fun to admit that things aren't perfect, but I think perfection is an illusion all the time. In our raw moments, in our real moments, in our vulnerable moments, that's where we find our strength. I'm proud of the song, I am proud of the music video, and I hope that you find some meaning, some personal meaning, whether it's my explanation behind my lyrics or whether it's what you derive from them. And I'm very glad to be connecting with people here and to be putting music I care about into the world. And I really appreciate your ears and your time. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and I really look forward to sharing a song a month with you over the next year. And thank you for being a part of Vehicle in the journey. Have a good one.